I go to events, number one, to meet people, to learn what they do. And then when they ask me, well, Bart, what do you do? I say, well, I've written a couple of books. Here's one, and I stick it in their hand. I let them hold it. And as I talk about it, they kind of get excited because they're standing there with the author saying to themselves, how much is this? I want it. I didn't say anything. They said it. They volunteered it. And I just say, hey, it's X amount. Well, Bart, I got the money on me right now. Do you take this? I said, sure. Because I don't want to say, no, I can't make a sale right now. We'll have to go outside. Meet me at my car. Let me contact you tomorrow. I'm sorry. No. It's exciting in the moment. People love to buy. You're excited to share what it is that you do. I like the suit idea. This gentleman, he's a good friend of mine. Well, yeah, he should have had suits as samples, maybe a couple of models, walking with him to showcase a hat, a coat, maybe some pants, maybe some shoes. That would be so cool. And then someone else to follow them with order forms. It's just so cool. People love to enhance their lives, and we do it all the time by buying stuff. So, just a little side note, I won't go on anymore, but if anybody wants to give you heat for making sales at an event, tell them, I don't mean to, but people want to give me their money, and just go about your business and do it. That's why it's really good to conduct your own events. That way you can take your stuff that you have for sale, stick it in a corner, and say, hey, welcome to the event. My name is, I'm hosting the event. I do this and that. If you want to learn more, meet me over in that corner afterwards, and we'll talk about it. In the meantime, everybody, have a great time. And hey, it's time to network. Blah, 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 blah. And you can do that too. You can promote people and say, hey, come to my event and bring your stuff, and we'll put it on a table. And then everybody can meet everybody and talk about what they do. And hey, oh, I love that. Oh, let me interview you for my... So, okay. Whew. All right. I think you get the message. Rock and roll. Networking goal number 6. Thank you, good night, and re-invites. Very often when I'm out networking, I'm usually the last one to leave these events. I really close the event. The place is closing, and I walk out when we're the last ones, and they say, oh, hey, we're closing, we're going home. So, all right, yeah, we'll go home too. Oftentimes, I've even offered to help the host, meeting planner, or speakers close down. I've even helped them transfer materials to their cars, folded up banners, collected pens and flyers, and made myself useful, carrying heavy boxes, whatever it took. This is why. You see, besides saying good night and thank you for the invitation, hosts and speakers get a kick out of those who stay the extra 5 to 15 minutes after the presentation. People begin to wind down, reflect on the event, and share some of their own views as to how things went. They also ask you for your opinion, and then they listen intently, particularly if the feedback is constructive, something they can use to improve the performance the next time they have an event. This is a opportunity to really make a lasting impression and learn something. Now, you would never have been required to stay after a meeting, particularly to wrap up. But try it sometime, especially when you're the main attraction or people just enjoy talking to you. Stick around and make yourself useful. That's how you create fans, affiliates, and clients, by taking just an extra 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to help others. When it comes to saying good night and goodbye, remember to thank the speaker personally with a handshake and a smile and a photograph if possible, if you didn't get one earlier. Thank the manager of the restaurant, the event coordinator of the hotel banquet room, speakers and staff. Everyone is a potential contact, and if the event was successful, they certainly deserve your appreciation, especially if it's your event. But even if it's not, it's just good to recognize people and give them an acknowledgement. Hey, thanks for your work tonight, because they don't get it elsewise. With these contacts that you make at the networking events, anything can happen. You may be solicited to speak MC, or host another event. You might be asked to participate as a guest on a radio show or get interviewed for their newsletter, video channel, podcast, wherever. That's the magic of networking and sticking around. So you are doing the things that most people don't do. Be yourself, professional, and of course, genuinely interested, which I'm sure you will be. People can tell quickly, though, if you are the real deal. In my experience, I've never seen anything less than what I've just described happen to me. These experiences have proven to be extremely successful and rewarding and pay off dividends for weeks, months, years. I remember having an event where I invited people to actually celebrate my birthday. And about 80 people showed up. And typically you can imagine a birthday party where it's all about me, it's my birthday, whatever. No. I took the opportunity to turn that birthday party into a networking event where I pulled together 80 of my best friends from different walks of life, career paths, experiences, education, work, career, whatever. And I created a website that not only showed the guest list, but I also described what each person does, and I also made a link to their websites. So if you had a website, you could see the guest list, and if there was a website associated with this person with this description that interests you, you could click on that link and go check out that person more. What did that do? When people came to the event, they already knew some of these people because, hey, I read about your website and what you do. That's fascinating. I was really excited to come to Bart's birthday party and meet you. Well, what happened was, in the 3 to 5 hours or however long the event was, nobody talked to me. I'm kidding. Everybody talked to everybody. Nobody was a stranger because I made it very apparent and very open that, hey, this is so-and-so, they do this. This is so-and-so, they do this. I want you two to talk about, in fact, specifically, I want you to talk about this. Hey, Steve, tell them about, hey, Joe, tell them about, hey, Susan, tell her about this. And by doing so, boy, I tell you what, you can ask anybody that went to that party, and it's been about 15 years, and you can ask them, what was that party like that you went to, Bart's event? And they would all say, it was one of the best events I'd ever been to. I met more new and interesting people there. I was blown away at just how Bart orchestrated the whole thing. Now, fast forward to the future. Different events. I had a cookbook launch party, small, but I had different people come at different times, probably about 30 people total, plus or minus, and every single one of them said, Bart, I was fascinated by the people who you brought to your party. Every single one of them was very unique and had a great story to tell or what they did with their life or their work. And sometimes that's not picked up or it's not made, quite apparent. Because sometimes people don't talk about themselves enough or they don't know how to talk about themselves. So what I do is I take the liberty and I talk for them. And I say, this is Vivian. She does this. This is Jade. She does this. This is Gail. This is Mark. This is, whoever. And I just kind of talk about these people. I make introductions around the room before I cut them loose to start networking and talking. And when that little 10-minute window or 15-minute window is over, boy, I tell you what, everybody's on fire. And guess what? Nobody talks to me. Oh, shit. They talk to each other. They're so excited. They know me. They don't have to talk to me. They know me. They're excited to talk to these new people. And ladies and gentlemen, friends, colleagues, strangers, hey, that's why at my networking events, go to time2network.com, find out when I'm holding an event. My events are exciting, and they're very unique and very personable because I easily find out what you do, and then I introduce you to 2 to 3 people to start that fire. I get that spark going. And then, bam, you're off to the races and you don't talk to me anymore that night. Okay, all right, enough of the jokes. Hey, networking goal number 7, expand for new growth for more business. The final goal that I like to accomplish when I network after photographs, introductions, passing out my marketing literature, giving people samples of audio and video and maybe business cards if I have something to throw away, while making sales and developing new fans, leads, and affiliates, saying my goodbyes and getting invited back to the next networking event. My ultimate goal is to expand my business for new growth, sales, branding, and goodwill. This is the ultimate goal. Everything you do at a networking event should be about developing customers, new leads to consistently grow and expand your business. Period. Hey, picking up a few cool friends along the way? Not a problem. That's awesome. What a perk. In the sections ahead of this audio program and inside My Networking Tactics, the book, we'll go over what to say, what to wear, what to bring, what to ask, what not to say, what not to wear, etc. We'll also go into more detail regarding these goals so you better understand what it takes to be a master networker like me and you.